9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
And bam.
Just like that.
Just like that, here we are.
Good thing I fixed my zipper before the show started.
Depends on whose perspective you're taking.
I guess so, yeah. No one wants to see that, man.
So, certainly not me
You know?
again.
Yeah, not for the fourth time.
Yeah, there's only so many times. So, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the show notes up here.
We're just trying to get the show on the road, if you will.
Oh,
Get it? See where I went with that?
I do. See how I opened the notes on the wrong screen? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I'm almost happy nobody's watching. So should we just not say anything until at least
No.
one person wanders in the room?
Wait. I'm about to wander in the
Because
room.
I will pull this fucking train right over.
I will. Hang on. Just jeez. There we are.
There we are. Did you log in twice?
No, there's two people already.
Somebody's on
Oh,
Puerto
yeah.
Rico time.
Yeah, lady come lately. Here she
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, we were 2 minutes late as it
Mhm.
is. And she tacked
Talk
on
about
another
us
3.
being late.
Yeah.
Nobody to pick on for 2 minutes. Whatevs.
Yeah, how did we get by?
7:05 p.m.
It's a little chilly out there, huh?
Yeah, it was very cold today. That's what I wanted to tell you. I went to Promised Land today, and believe it or not, the edges of the lake were frozen. There was ice on
Interesting.
just around the edges, of the lake. So maybe I want to say 3 feet out, maybe a little more. Yeah, I was like, oh shit! I must have got cold overnight, man.
I guess.
I know I think that is the highest point of the Poconos, I think, is right there. Was that Greenland?
Town.
Greentown?
Land.
Greentown.
Yes.
Promised Land.
Yes.
In Greentown. Yeah, so yeah, I was like, wow, it's cold. So I was trying to check out this new road today that I was gonna do. I shouldn't say new, just I haven't done it since last winter, because as soon as people started camping, it's like you can't just,
Yeah.
you can't go bombing down a hill and there's like people camping and they're like
Well,
walking.
You kind of can.
You can, or you could crash into them, and their kids are on scooters and bicycles, and they just
Whose road is it? You got to ask yourself.
exactly. So I prefer to go when it's closed down. But
Do you prefer sometimes to try to take the road less traveled?
the high road, if you will,
Yes.
I do.
Linda Lopez has a fine suggestion.
Run them over.
Yes.
Screw
those kids. Really,
Yeah.
semen, do you really need a trophy to show everybody that you possess semen and ovaries?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But
I think kids should be outlawed, like China.
yeah,
We should stop all reproduction.
they're good for taking care of you though when you get older. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah.
You can make them feel bad.
Make them feel guilty.
They buy you wheels for your skateboard, things like that.
Or a kept man.
I am. I'm very. Listen. They take very good care of me. My whole crew there, man. I mean, yeah, they cook for me. They clean. They help. They help me.
Helping's good.
I'm very lucky.
Spend the next hour and 55 minutes telling us about it.
So let me tell you how lucky I am.
Start from day one. Talk slow. I had a lucky experience the other day. I got to hang out with the Lister at school.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. How'd that go? What's up,
It went
Stacy?
well. It went
Yeah?
good. Yeah. I
What
mean,
did you learn? Anything
the
new?
the breakfast wasn't quite as I had expected. There
Oh,
there was no keto options or
Oh,
yeah.
bastards!
And I wanted I always start the day with freshly squeezed clamato juice.
Oh yes, who doesn't love a good clamato in the morning?
Clam juice will get you going.
Mm-hmm.
So they had none of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went on a hunger strike
Okay.
and I didn't eat anything. And then it was just the 5th grade singing.
Oh, they sang? Anything good?
No.
This is what I'm talking about.
No.
They gotta upgrade. Hey Eric. They gotta upgrade the what do you call it there? The music choices that they're giving these kids in school. I'm a little tired of this shit. Can we? I mean, you got a section of kids playing the flute, and you don't teach them Jethro Tull? Like, really, dude? Come on, man. We got to sit through this other shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, step it up. We're in a new like era now. You know, like let's move past the bullshit songs.
Well, just think. I lost my train of thought there for a second.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I went on a rant. I was on a rant.
You did. Oh no! What I was going to say is, thank God for like junior high school and high school for releasing into the world so many experts at the recorder.
Oh yeah, that's exactly. This is what I'm talking about, man. Come on, man. Why you don't teach these kids how to play guitar? Like, what the fuck is that all about?
I think now we're probably lucky to have a music program in schools at all.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's probably one of the first things that gets cut.
Yeah.
Because, in the big scheme of things, it's important. But as like 30th in the world in math.
Who we are?
Something like that.
I'm sure I've contributed to that low number.
Oh, and don't think we don't appreciate it.
I was really good at math in my like 20s, late 20s, and into my early 40s, and then I stopped doing it, and that it's like I don't know, man.
Were you single during part of that year? So part of that time?
Yeah, single a little bit here and there.
Okay. Because I could just picture you running the math on if she was born on this date.
Oh yeah, right through my head.
Legal, not illegal.
Yeah. I was a walking calculator. But yeah,
I was pretty decent at math, but then I got into we were just in the beginning of having computers in schools and stuff.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So you either went like to the computer side or the math side. So I went to the computer side.
Cool.
And I got out, got good scores on my SATs and shit. Never learned algebra.
Yeah.
No idea how to do algebra.
I stopped showing up pretty much, but I graduated, but from summer school. It's pretty stellar.
Well, yeah. I mean, not everybody puts in the extra work and goes to school during the summer.
It's just,
to make up for not going to school during the winter.
Yeah, I'm like, what it was, the one teacher that I had for home economics. It was my senior year, and I just like I enjoyed going to the diner in the morning with my friends and having breakfast. We'd go, we'd have coffee, we'd have breakfast, and then we'd go to school. But we'd miss first period.
You got to start the day with a good breakfast.
Right, and that's how we saw it.
Home economics. How does he not know that?
Right, I was like, and the guy got mad that like I wasn't there half the time, so I got held back. I had to fucking that, and believe it or not,
oh, hang on.
English.
I wish I had a seatbelt so I could strap myself in.
English class that I got left back because of the English class too, because I was in ESL and all that other shit, and it's just wasn't good.
Well, your grandmother didn't speak a lot of English, right?
No. You know what I figured out today?
Oh God.
this is what I think. I have my own
Theory
theory. Okay.
on many things.
Yes. And I think on some Italian American accents and things like that. Okay. Being that it's Italian American month or whatever we want to call it. So my kids always make fun of me because instead of saying orange, right, I
Nope.
say orange,
Yeah, everybody says orange.
right?
We're not communists here.
Right. But my kids are constantly correcting me. But I think I say orange because in Italian it's spelled with an A, and you say, right? You say arancina, right? So if I'm growing up with grandparents who spoke Italian and I'm trying to speak fucking English, I'm squeezing out these two words together, orange. Right?
I mean, that's how I say it. Orange.
Right? Like the number 3 is would be tre, right? So what do they say? They say tree.
Tree.
It's 3 and tree together. Tree. Boom. That's what I believe that to be. I don't know. Yeah, could be wrong.
Linda says Narnia.
Narnia. Naranja. Naranja. Or China in Spanish. I'm sorry.
I lost my place somewhere, and I know it's me. I know it ain't her. It's Livy, Dad, and it's
orange. See what I
orange.
mean? They always correct me, my kids. They always make fun of my English, much like my 12th grade English teacher, and that's why he thought it would be funny to hold me back.
Hold it back. So apparently, I had a better influence on my high school Spanish teacher because I had the very respectful conversation with him and saying, I'm not going to learn Spanish. No matter what happens here,
Yeah.
I am going to be just as fluent in Spanish, or as I said, Español.
Yeah.
I'll be just, my dad calls himself uneducated. Yeah, I'll be just as fluent in Spanish when I leave here as when I got here. So if you don't want to see my fucking smiling face in your first period Spanish class next year, could we just fucking rubber stamp this 65 and both get on with our fucking lives?
I get it.
And you know, he played ball. Weird guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he used to wear these like 60s fucking polyester fucking pants with a flowered shirt and a fucking white patent leather belt with shoes to match.
I'm liking the shirt. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna lie. I'm liking the shirt.
You really, what you gotta like is the ensemble. You know, it was like a blue poly. We have some interpreter in the room.
Gusta.
I'm hoping
sounds
that
Spanish to me, man.
I'm hoping that is Spanish for you guys really suck.
I think it is.
I think
Oh, they're from YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Cool. My dad called himself uneducated. Yes, I called myself uneducated because my daughter today was giving me a test in science, right? That's from her science class, Livy. So I was answering the questions correctly. I was giving the right answers, right?
We cheating?
No, but I was given like my version of the answer, and she's like, "Dad," she's like, "I
Oh,
guess."
so
She's like, "I guess you got it right, but I think maybe you're a little dumb." And I go, "Uneducated. There's a difference."
I think you should go into undereducated. I wouldn't consider you uneducated. I wouldn't consider you
Under.
undereducated either. But if you're gonna consider yourself that,
Yeah,
I'd go undereducated.
You know what it was? I think I don't know. I don't know what it was. You always time for more breadsticks.
Yeah.
Ralph.
Yeah, I would never invite anybody over without having enough breadsticks.
A bounty of breadsticks, if you will.
Yes. Speaking of bounty, did you celebrate the bountiful of gifts that Christopher Columbus brought to the Americas?
You know,
Maybe, possibly.
You know, I used to enjoy going to the Columbus Day parade down in Manhattan. Did they even do that this year? I didn't see nothing about it.
I think what they did was they did it, but then anybody marching the parade, they set on fire.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing. Yeah, you know, it's just it kind of makes me a little sick because I remember Cuomo, both of the Cuomos. I remember what's his name? I told him to go fuck himself too. Chucky Schumer.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay. All these guys marched. I remember watching them many years marching that parade. And then all of a sudden it was like not cool anymore. And they were all again, like, you know, talking about how fucking bad you are if you like the parade. And it was just whatever, man. I don't know. Everybody would. History is only as good as about 100 years old. That's my belief. Okay, within 100
1
years,
to 2
shit's
generations
been,
max.
you know, like right. It's like the telephone game. I mean, eventually the story gets fucking switched up. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't rely on a lot of old shit, but you know, come on, man.
So who claims Columbus? Italy.
Italy claims them from Genoa,
Yeah.
right?
Then there's Peru.
So, but wherever he came from, either way, here we are.
Here we are.
We
We
fucking
adopt
are.
him as a
Complain
giant
about
either
that.
way.
You know, like I don't know what to tell you. I'm pretty sure I brought he brought the pigs here too. I'm pretty sure.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, we might not have bacon if it wasn't for him. I don't know. Have to see.
That's hero material right there.
That in itself should be
Yeah.
celebrated.
And now the Jewish people, they don't know what to do with him. They don't know if they want to take him or leave him.
I know. They don't want to upset the Italians. You know, so they're, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I tell my kids my version. I'm sure they get their own version, and whatever. That's that. That's how I look at it. Celebrate what you want. I got people out there celebrating all kinds of crazy shit. Go ahead. That's why
Oh,
we're here.
I just figured out who's watching, who Paul is.
Okay.
As soon as he said to check my cell, and he didn't know to call me Vinny,
Oh,
because everybody's in on that gag.
right.
Well, I don't know how we got off on this tangent, but I sat in on a double period of math. I think it's good. 2 periods straight of math.
It's pretty good.
It's people have to learn math.
It's important to learn math. It really is important. The older I get, and the more I see how math is like this really complex language, you know, that you can really like learn a lot of shit from. Like just watching fucking Neil deGrasse there.
I think that's actually how he.
That guy's amazing.
I think
man.
that's how he described it too.
What, math?
Yeah, it's something you can learn a lot of shit from.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly his words. Yeah, he's just dude. There's times I watch that guy and I'm like, what? Wait, what? You know, like blows your mind, man.
You know what they call him?
What do they call him?
A genius, of course.
He is a genius.
I thought you knew that.
Dude, come on, man. He's got to be like, his brain doesn't shut the fuck off. That guy's got to wake up and like just start like talking about crazy shit.
Just
Yeah,
thinking.
stars and universes and galaxies and a lot of shit out there, man. I don't know though. I don't know how real any of this is. I don't know.
Yeah. So what's this week's theory? The theory of the week. I know that we've been meaning to talk about how space exploration satellites and the such
Mm-hmm.
are not real, according to the School of Geo.
It's not that they're not real. It's that they're not. I don't think they're where everybody thinks they are.
Okay.
Right. So we have the Earth's atmosphere, and then we have like this little in between place, right? And then we have outer space.
Yes. The
I think-
stratosphere.
Right. So I think as it's in the middle somewhere at best, our shit. I don't think anything is in outer space. I don't think we've ever Please don't tell me you believe that we landed on the fucking moon. Please don't tell me this.
At least 4 times.
I mean, have we not like gone through? Like, are people still buying this fucking moon bit? Like, have we not gone through this moon shit 50,000 ways?
I think a lot of people are starting to disbelieve.
Like the wire and the
Man.
flag, you know.
I'm just wondering about the craft itself.
The
Just
moon
looks so-
foil,
just
the
looks,
spacecraft foil that they use, that golden tin foil. Yeah, that works.
yeah, it just seems odd.
Well, things like this, like, okay, who set the camera up? Who was recording this shit? Who was? I just don't understand. Like when it's landing, it's landing for the first time. Okay, the fucking thing is nothing's been there yet, but there's a fucking camera that's watching this thing fucking land. Who put the fucking camera there?
I'd have to confirm that. I'd have to see this video.
You know, like, come on, man.
I mean,
And then they land in this little capsule, and then
But
they're
you-
driving around on a fucking space buggy. Where the fuck did they have that thing fucking stored?
it's attached.
Yeah, it's attached, all right. It's attached to my fucking ass.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, the fucking space buggy. That was the best thing. That too is anti whatever gravity fucking anti space. You know, it won't float away. Get the fuck out of here.
well, I believe it didn't because it had weight to it.
What was in the tires? Were the tires filled with air? What was in the fucking tires?
Well, I'd say air,
How's
but
that?
Probably much lower pressure.
How you gonna have air in those tires? Air don't exist out there.
Well, they put air in before they sent it there. The thing wasn't built in place.
Those tires would have exploded.
Well, I'm thinking it would take a very small amount of air.
And then, did you ever notice like they talked? They
Yes.
talked.
They had two-way communications. The
They're like,
same
hey,
way-
Mr. President, we're doing great. Are you fucking kidding me, man?
It's just it worked the same way as the picture of it that we saw
Right.
on Earth is better than live news coverage today.
Oh, exactly.
was-
And that's my
It
point.
was clearer.
Like they sounded better than my cell phone. Like
I mean, there's a lot of preparation in a moon landing, Jeff.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we ever been.
Wait, you think there's no preparation in a moon landing?
Space and the Middle East are nothing more to me than a place where we just launder and fucking and move money around and gold and shit like that. That's all. We're like, oh yeah, we need $30 million to put this thing into space that nobody's going to see us launch off or put into space. Oh, okay. And everybody's like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And there's 30 fucking mil, and who knows? They'll probably give it to somebody to blow cocaine up their nose in fucking Ukraine. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
Well, obviously, as a intelligent, if not undereducated person,
Yeah, undereducated.
do
Yeah.
you believe in the Mars landing, right? The Mars rover.
Nope. That was the biggest hunk of shit too. How the fuck are we gonna land on Mars, dude? Isn't that thing like a light year away or something? Like 100 years or some shit from here?
I don't think
Fuck.
it's quite that far, but I think they
Fuck.
use the slingshot effect. Don't ask me what that is, but I've heard it talked about in movies.
Yes, yeah. The slingshot effect.
It's slingshot it
Yeah.
to Mars.
We landed on Mars, and then they're like, you know, and then they come up with some shit image, and they're like, "Is that a face on Mars?" And then it's like another $30 billion because Americans are like, "Holy shit!" Right? NASA's like, "Get the money,
Throw some money at it.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm gonna
Come on, fucking Mars, dude.
I'm gonna make a point about your whole theory about astronauts and space travel, and I'm gonna put a chink in your armor.
Go ahead.
Tang.
Tang. Oh, the juice.
If there was no astronauts, then how could they drink Tang in outer space?
They didn't drink Tang in outer space. They drank it at Hangar 47 over there in fucking wherever, Arizona, whatever the fuck it's called.
Area 51.
Yeah, that. What did I call it? Hangar 47?
You're close.
Yeah, I was like
You're
there.
4 off. It's okay.
Yeah, they're probably one of them anti-gravity things. Did you see the latest one where they figured out that the lady's hair was hairsprayed? You know, she was supposed to be in outer space, but her hair wasn't moving like it was supposed to be moving. It just stayed no matter what. Come on.
So what? She's not allowed to do her hair in outer space because she's in outer space.
They pointed out where their shirts are puffed out from the wired things, the harnesses. Come
Well, why wouldn't they just turn the camera upside down in that? But at that point,
how come? Here's a good question. How come I've never seen a picture from outer space, right, of a ship in the middle of the ocean, upside down, at the bottom of the fucking earth, from outer space? Why is this?
Where did you get that question?
Listen to what
That
I'm
sounds
telling
very
you,
familiar.
my friend.
That question sounds
Listen
eerily
to
familiar.
what I'm asking you. Why is this?
I don't have an answer
It
for
sounds familiar because it's probably been asked by a million people.
it. It
you
could
know.
be.
Is this not a
Plus,
good question?
How would they go to outer space? I don't know if it's a good question. To be
I think it's a
perfectly
good
honest
question.
with you.
I'd like to know why I've never seen a picture of anything upside down from outer space, like a ship cruising through the ocean, hanging upside down
Yeah, I guess.
from outer space.
In that perspective, it would be okay.
Why is that?
I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna contact NASA.
I think it's an excellent point.
I think it is too.
This is like Phil Donahue material.
Yes, I think you're a shoo-in on that show now. I don't think it's gonna be a problem for you to
Guy
go
was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy hair too. He had crazy hair.
run up and down the stairs.
Yeah, I think he was on cocaine. Probably everybody was back then.
Oh yeah. Give it time. All spacecraft will be a dropping.
Mm-hmm. I just think it's same thing with the Middle East. I mean, you fucking mean to tell me that we can't take over a fucking country the size of fucking New Jersey since 1990 when me and my friends 91 when we were graduating high school? The whole world can't take over a fucking country the size of New Jersey. Get the fuck out of here. We've been blowing that same fucking place up for fucking how many 30 something fucking years now? If we were doing all that shit, there'd be nothing left over there, man.
Well, there's nothing there to start,
I
so
think
it's a
there's
tough yardstick.
I don't know what the fuck I think
You're
about
turning
it.
a fucking beach into a
least I-
beach.
You know, right? I mean, I don't get it. You know, every now and then they'll show them blowing some fucking sand up. You know, you see a bunch of sand go up in the air, and they're like, "Oh, I just blew up 50 miles." It could be fucking Nevada. I don't know. You know,
Could be
Right?
Hangar
could be a
47.
bunch of fucking Mexicans dressed up like they're fucking Arabs. What do I know? And they're running around, run through the desert. We're gonna blow shit up and post it. Fucking CIA does shit, man. Just saying.
Okay. No,
Hey, they used to use
understand.
didn't they used to use Italians as Mexicans in the movies?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference? That's what I'm
They
saying.
use Italians as everything in the movies. Indians, Mexicans.
The crying Indian, he was Sicilian.
Yeah.
He was part of the Wapaho tribe. Yeah.
The Wapaho tribe. I'd never heard of those.
Yeah, the Wapahos. They're like northern.
Okay. It's a northern tribe.
Yeah, they're of northern. Oh shit. Anyway, where were we, man?
What we were doing was we were talking a bit about Italian heritage,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the shows that displays a version of Italian heritage, be it good or bad, was The Sopranos.
Oh yeah, I think it was both. They showed both sides.
Yeah.
I think they showed both sides.
What I find interesting about The Sopranos is that show is the depth of that show is so beyond. It wasn't about the mafia and his life at home.
Right.
It was about his life at home, and he was in the mafia.
Yeah, right. It was more like that.
He's
What
a
he's going
brilliant
through.
actor.
Yeah, he was fucking something. That was a great show. I loved that show. Man.
That was such an and I've watched it full series a number of times, and you always pick up on something, and pick up on how they developed him and stuff. It's definitely more to it if you really pay attention.
Yeah, it's definitely and then if you watch it as a older, now that we're older too, you see it from a different perspective too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
we my business thing just checking
because I mean, God, man, I remember watching that show. I remember like everybody getting together on Sundays to watch that. That was like a big deal.
Yeah, and eating.
Yeah, we used to have soprano parties. I think I told you that. It was like crazy, man. And work on Monday, everybody would talk about the Sopranos.
One of my favorite characters is Paulie Walnuts.
Absolutely, man.
We would just
Who can't identify with Paulie? You gotta love him.
Yeah, you do. He's just kind of like he never reached the heights that he had hoped.
Right.
He's probably a lonely gentleman.
Dumb. A little dumb.
Could be.
No, he's a little barbaric. That's why.
Undereducated.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the funny
yes, the ketchup packets.
well, we were just talking about that whole episode, the
Yeah,
Pine
we were just
Barrens
talking
episode.
about
And you had you said something. I can't remember. I can't remember.
I remember he was
fucking
talking
name
about
right
the
now.
squirrels and the fucking.
When he lost his fucking shoe.
He did. Christopher's like, you got Tic Tacs? He's like, not anymore. I ate them. You ate all the Tic Tacs? You selfish fuck. I fucking love that scene, man.
Oh yeah, that whole fucking scene.
You ate all the Tic Tacs. And then he's like, yeah, he's like, maybe he's out there. Maybe we're the hunted. Maybe he's out there hunting us. He goes, with what? His fucking cock? Fucking classic lines, man.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
And him sitting out there with the fucking tanning cardboard and
You remember when he wouldn't tie his shoes if he went into a men's room because he was afraid that the piss on the floor would crawl up his shoe onto his laces. And
Oh,
he'd
yeah.
get piss on his hands.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever your laces are wet, it's urine.
Oh my god, I love it.
So I happened to catch the prequel movie to The Sopranos.
How'd you like it?
Eh,
That's what everybody said. I never saw it. I probably won't.
yeah.
Silliness.
The funniest thing
Mhm.
that I saw on that was, so everybody knows that Silvio was played by Eddie Van Zandt,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Stevie
yeah,
Van Zandt.
Yeah. I like that guy.
And everybody knows he's bald.
Yes.
So they have Silvio has this ridiculous fucking giant
Hair thing.
pushback. Yeah. But it's it's basically probably goes on like a helmet. It's like just
they
missing the
glued
chin
it to his
strap.
head, they're like,
Yeah. Yeah. And so they had some fucking actor playing him. His was the best mannerisms as a kid, like him as a
Mhm.
teenager. The best mannerisms, the best voice, the best walk. It was 100% Silvio. And one point, a fucking toupee flops over.
no way.
Yeah, and then flops back. I was like,
Uh,
that's a very cool nod to the actual show.
yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
But yeah, it was watch. I'm not gonna say it wasn't watchable. It was watchable, and it was interesting how they tied in scenes and different perspectives on the scenes.
Yeah, but are they coming out with a new series now or no? What's the deal?
I'm not sure.
Or is that just hubbub? if
It
you
might be
will?
just hullabaloo.
Oh, okay. So maybe not hubbub, but more than likely hullabaloo.
I think if it gets some more credibility, it'll be hubbub.
or malarkey.
I think if it gets less credibility,
Then it's
it'll be
malarkey.
And then if it's totally untrue, we can make an official declaration of shenanigans.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey there,
Yeah.
Janet.
So right now it's hullabaloo.
I like it.
And the son played in the prequel. The son played the Tony as a
Yeah, which I
teenager.
thought was pretty cool. That's why I thought it
And he
would've
did it
been
well.
something, you know.
I
Did
thought
he
he did a
sound
good
like his
job.
dad? I can't do a Tony Soprano. I can't do that because I don't got the
A little
whatever
bit.
for it. You know what
I mean, so a lot of the things. So with the Silvio thing, they may have pushed that along. It was fucking funny as hell.
Yeah.
But some of it, you know, they were pushing it so hard to try to match the adult characters. You know, then it seemed like a little fake.
Yeah, right. They should have maybe been a little different because they were younger, maybe. As you know, what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to matching up to the older character, because
But-
we're always a little different when we're younger.
Oh yeah, but the Silvio thing was priceless. That fucking cracked me up.
And yeah, I don't know. I heard about the new series coming out, but I didn't know like what it would even be based on. Like the day after the diner scene.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would do a prequel type series, but it's just that's a lot of fucking years to fill.
Yeah, it's a big kind of show to like kind of I don't think anything will be a good idea. You know, you got to just start something different or start something. I mean, how do you even top that show?
Oh, there's no way to top it. And that's another thing. They keep pulling our dicks with Schitt's Creek. That they might do another season because it was always there was no way. There was no way they were going to top that show, you know. But they also said that there was no way that they were going to do another season or do another series similar to that. But now they're letting on that maybe they're going to do it. So I don't know. But I think that's a show you should definitely watch. It's one of the best written shows I think ever.
Yeah. I know you keep telling me to watch it. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm a big fan of Eastbound and Down. I think that's a good show, man.
Yeah, you know, I was actually gonna start watching
Because
that.
it's like it's addicting, man, and like it's that whole like fucking raw like Will Ferrell kind of comedy, like
Yeah.
they're just weird shit they say,
Oh yeah, that
everybody thinks,
that fucking plum scene. is
Yeah,
the
that's that
best.
kind of humor is throughout the whole show constantly, man. Oh god, that fucking show. Yeah, Eastbound and Down, great show, man. See, Lisa agrees.
I'm gonna have to watch.
Unless she's talking about your show, whatever. What was that? Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek.
That's really the name of it. Schitt's Creek.
SCHITTS.
Oh, Shits. So like the Mr. and Mrs. Shits, the German.
The mayor's name is Roland Schitz.
Really? I worked for a guy named Dick Strain. That's a true story.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. His name was, and he refused. Yeah, he'd like to be called Dick. Don't call me Richard.
Okay.
And yeah, Dick Strain. Yeah, he used to own CB Strain. It was a pipe fitting company. 15 years of work for that guy.
Was he a dick?
He was a dick indeed.
Well, there you go.
He was a wealthy dick, though.
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, Schitt's Creek is very funny. You learn pretty quick the origin of the name Schitt's Creek, and
Okay. Yeah, I have to, maybe that's something I can get into with Jenny. You think she'd like that kind of show?
I think she'd find it funny.
Because I'm trying to get her away from these how you say
Serial killer and murder shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of crazy shit that she likes. I can't fall asleep to that shit all the time. People fucking get raped and fucking murdered and shit. I can't fucking fall asleep to that
I
shit.
think she's a big fan of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah. It's like I'm falling asleep. I got to hear it. The guy Elliot. He's always beating the shit out of somebody. How the fuck is that guy? Let's just can we go there? Let's just talk about my perception of this. What is it called? SVU.
SVU, Special Victims Unit, and you're referring to Detective Elliot Stabler.
Okay. Remind me to tell you that I may be an extra on another TV show when we're done this. But
Good luck with that.
how is it that this guy comes on every episode and beats the shit out of everybody? Even people that are innocent, he beats the crap out of them too. That's his method, right? So
Well,
they're like, all right, look, we don't know what this guy's doing. Put him in the room with fucking Elliot. We're going to find out. And then the bald guy, the captain, he just walks away. He's like, oh, I'm going to go get some coffee. And while he's gone, Elliot beats the shit out of like some innocent person. And then he's like, yeah, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And he don't go to jail for this shit. Nobody like presses like fucking charges. I don't know.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to check reality at the door.
It's that, and they always try to like throw their agenda in there too, a little political agenda. Like they'll say things, in my opinion, that put the Constitution down. Like so, and that'll put a plants. You got 10 billion people watching that. It puts seeds in their head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like propaganda to me. That fucking show. They're always be like, oh, well, if it wasn't for the Constitution, we'd be able to do this, and then the whole world would be safe. But until that changes, and it's like, really? Cops are having this conversation. Half these guys don't even know what the laws are enforced. But whatever, man,
Oh, God, I don't know, probably 12, 14 seasons deep in SVU. I haven't watched it in years.
Jenny loves it.
But yeah.
Jenny loves it. If somebody...
Because this is fucking Stable back, or he's got another fucking show or some shit.
It's like... I'll be fucking half asleep, and it's like, what's going on? There's a rape in 32nd Avenue. Fucking... Get down there, there's like some fucking kid crying and shit. He's stuffed in a corner. Fucking Elliot's like, come on,
it's a kind of dog cage.
Yeah, I'm just like,
then
dude,
you get
I'm trying
this,
to fucking fall
you get
asleep.
the softer, gentler side of Elliot Stabler.
So, what's that? Eric says new show.
Yeah, new in like 1991.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. How long has that show been on the air? I think that guy Elliot, I think he left the show finally. He got his own show.
I thought he came back.
Oh, and he comes. Oh my god, it's on that long.
The show's on so long. Actually, the original actors' grandchildren are playing in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think it's the only show to go 312 seasons.
Can you imagine?
It actually predates television. They started that show, it was just on the radio.
Yeah, right.
And you just hear Stalo roughing people up over the radio.
Yeah, it was like back in the 40s. Look here, wise guy. You're going to give up the info, see?
Did you ever trip over that guy who does the fucking live where it's black and white and he's dressed up and he says he's in 1944 and people ask him to talk to people from their past?
What? I'm too high to even understand what the fuck is going on. What?
There's a TikTok live.
Okay.
Where the guy, it's all in black and white. The guy is dressed up like it's the 40s. He's got an old-fashioned thing in front of him. He even has the old goofy fucking old 1940s mannerisms. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What is Eric saying? Did I have a question for him? You know what I did want to talk about? I'm glad that he's watching because I did get to enjoy this potato. Dude, we're getting it. We're ordering. It's delicious.
We have to do it around the holidays.
It's potato, how you say, like a creamy potato, like I think the look at me, I'm so bad with this shit.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. Was it a
Eric?
soup?
It's a soup.
Like a potato leek?
Yeah, Potato leek. That's it. I don't know what else was it, dude. It was fucking slamming. Jenny, like I had some of it, and then Jenny just like was like, "Fuck you, I'm finishing this." I was like, "Okay." And then he made a sweet potato pie. It was really good, I have to say. But I know that's maybe that's the question I have. Yes, I have a question for you.
Is this a subtle complaint?
No,
I hope.
it's not a complaint.
Damn it.
It's
You need controversy.
when you eat the sweet potato pie, it tastes like there's something else. I don't know. There's something else in there that kicks it up a notch. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you taste you taste like you would taste a regular sweet potato pie, but then like a second later, all of a sudden it's like boom, something bang, like I don't know, man. There's something else in there that he's not telling us.
Alex, I'll take Gio got dosed for 1,000, please.
Right? It was delicious. And then the crust, I mean, forget it. I'm big on the crust. It was perfect. Nice. Delicious. It held together, but it was flaky at the same time.
Okay. So what you're saying is it was perfectly made, delicious, then there
yeah.
was some sort of stimulant stuck in there somewhere.
No, it's just something, I don't know. But when you taste it, it's like, I don't know. It's
Do you feel like you have to have it again?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I enjoyed it that
and
much.
do you think that it's going to be as good the next time?
So here's what happened.
So then you'll want it again.
I took half, gave the other half to Jenny. Jenny being
Big of
Jenny
you.
takes only a couple of bites, and then she's like, "I'll have the rest, a month from now." No, fuck that. So
Does she save the wrapping paper too?
yeah, so I finished that fucking thing off today with a little bit of whipped cream.
Okay. See, that's the interesting. See, okay. Explain to me.
Delicious, Eric. Thank you. Well,
Is a sweet what is this? Is a sweet potato pie a side dish? A dessert?
a sweet potato pie, dude, goes good with turkey and gravy, and it goes good with a glass of milk and ice cream and fucking whipped cream,
God,
brown gravy.
if only you were able to rhyme. Goes good with turkey and gravy, and then come up with something else that rhymed.
Okay. Turkey and gravy. Send the salami to the boys in the Navy.
Sure.
I'm a bomb lyricist. I'm a
You
regular.
really
Eminem.
spitting fire again. That's 2 weeks in a row.
I am, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good.
You're laying down some dope tracks.
Yeah, it was very delicious though. I wanted to, and I tried what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a picture of everything, right? And post it.
But you didn't.
I did.
Okay.
But I don't think that my pictures were doing the food justice. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I didn't want to put something out there that wasn't as equally as good because I didn't want to misrepresent how good the fucking food was. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you considered a before and after?
Like, what do you mean? Like, like here's the food. Is it not the food?
Yeah.
Like an empty plate.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? What? It's going right over my head. What do you say?
You know how the food looks when it goes in?
Ah. Okay.
And then we could do a game, guess the meal. Well, actually, that's not fair. We'll do guess the vegetable. Guess the meal would be tough.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, I guess for extra credit, you can go like, was it
Right.
fish? Was it beef?
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God.
yeah, I'm like, let's let's put that in the pile for development.
I
Yeah,
like
we'll
that.
throw that up on the
Put it
wall.
on the wall.
Yeah. Speaking of on the wall, we're discussing. I just kind of barged my way into it, but you're discussing doing a podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I am. Okay, so let's get into that. So I have a few names. It's Jesse. To be fair, Mike, I thought the same thing as my dad when you said that. What she said? What?
Oh, before and after.
Ew.
No,
Jessica
no,
Grace.
she thought the same thing as you, like an empty plate. which would be very funny too, and probably not get you thrown off of base, but
going against community standards.
yes,
Our low standards.
much like our pools.
I love how my whole family just comes on here in Jenny's account, you know?
Yeah, and they make sure to identify themselves.
It's Jesse. It's Jessica. Did you ever see that? It's Jessica.
I don't think I have.
Oh God. Oh, I forget that comedian's name.
I'll have to look
I
for
think
it.
it was an Adam Sandler movie or some shit.
So you got a lot going on at your house.
Yeah.
This is like
Got the garage going up.
this is starting to feel like a Minnesota girl just came to New York and adopted you,
Mm-hmm.
bought you out of, you living in a
It's a real Cinderella story.
living in some single room occupancy.
I am the princess.
You
Jenny is my knight in shining armor.
Oh, I
She's
know.
the prince.
I know. I found that out because the last time you told me you couldn't sleep, I had put a pea under your mattress the night before.
Oh, you
So,
did. See,
yeah.
so I knew.
So yeah, you definitely are a princess.
So I just, I'm gonna build a very personal, like boxing gym, very different style of gym, and very different than anything I've ever done. It's not. You know what I learned? Owning two separate. I owned my first gym was, I believe it was I want to say 600 or less than 800 square feet.
Okay.
Right. It was a lawyer's office, and I knocked the wall down. I built this boxing gym because the rent was cheap, and it was small, but it was such a tight group, and it was the quality of, man, like it was just blood, sweat, and tears, and it was a quality of fighters. When I got the bigger gym, I thought it was going to be that times two, and it wasn't. What it was just more fighters, or just more people showing up and expecting your time, which of course, they're paying for that, but at the same time,
It
now you
dilutes
don't
everything.
have, you're now, right, exactly. It dilutes what you're giving to these guys who were with you for a year, 2 years before you opened the other gym, and then you start to lose that quality. So I would much rather have a small space that's very personal, that nobody could just roll up to. You gotta, you know what I mean, and just create some sort of quality. I think it'd be cool. I'd like to do it with Omar, man. I think that would be awesome if Omar fucking comes and, I would trust his opinion on fighters and stuff like that if we were to get like serious about it.
Right.
So we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I'm gonna train the kids, because that's what I really love to do, is train my daughters and a couple of their friends and stuff. It helps kids. So, but yeah. But
And
we're
then
gonna.
you're thinking about doing a podcast now.
So I thought it would be neat to do like once a week to do a podcast from this, because we're gonna have the ring in there. We're gonna build a ring, and I'd like to do it maybe from the center of the ring, in the center of the gym, and just talk about. It doesn't have to be just boxing, like just the fight community in general, because you'll find boxing in every combat sport, really, in a way, right? So, except for say jiu-jitsu, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
MMA, and just talk about the fight game, because because these days you have MMA guys transferring over to boxing. You got boxing guys who they tend to stay away from MMA, I think, but because the money's not there, but so there's a lot of crossover and stuff like that. And I think it'd be interesting to talk about. And I know a lot of fighters, and I can get them to maybe come and talk. Or I know some jiu-jitsu guys out in East Stroudsburg who I'm sure would come and talk about jiu-jitsu, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which I find very interesting also.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, have you bounced around any names for this podcast that you're thinking of?
I one that I have in mind.
Okay.
And I know it's probably not going to be a popular one, but
You got to
I
be
thought I
true
would
to
take
yourself.
two things that I love to do.
Okay.
And that's, I love boxing,
Mm-hmm.
and I love smoking weed. And I thought I might call it, and being that we're going to talk about not just boxing, but the whole fight game, maybe call it the 420 Fight Club.
Okay.
something like that. I was thinking, or something else. I don't know. I got to come up with other things. But 420 Fight Club is pretty much where I'm going. We'll see. I like to
Okay.
sit there, smoke a J, and talk about the fight game.
So that whole thing about the Coxman show, that's not gonna fly. You don't think you've because that was the first one we put up on the wall. We were gonna maybe use that as a foundation and a branch.
Oh, the cock. What were we talking about? Something about cocks.
Like usual.
As your friend Corey comes on. Hello, Corey.
I mean, what else do we really ever talk about?
Oh my god.
Weed and penises. We're really a
But
two.
yeah, I thought it would be interesting to give it a try. And again, like like I know some people that I think other people would find fascinating in the fight game. I mean, Omar alone could tell you stories, man, that would just about being in Customato's gym, or I mean, the time we went down to Inwood in the Bronx, he wiped the fuck out of a whole gym, dude. He beat the shit out of everybody. I mean, just great stories, My friend Charlie over in East Stroudsburg, this guy would amaze you with his jujitsu, man. Like, just I never forget, man. Like, he gave me the opportunity to like try to just do anything I could like against him. And I couldn't do a fucking thing, man. Like, the guy was just amazing with that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of talent.
Like, and he didn't do like any like vicious takedowns or anything like that. But I was just, I could never in a million years imagine myself beating that guy for any reason, because of his jiu-jitsu. It's just amazing. I would love to have him come talk about it. And he trained with like the Gracies and all that stuff, all those guys, and he trains in the way of Hoist Gracie, not Hoist, Hickson Gracie. Like, he's very specific to keep to that traditional way, and pretty cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll see. Maybe people come and watch it. If not, whatever, that's fine. It won't be any different than his show.
I mean, well, we can draft off of the immense circulation that this show gets.
Right. Exactly.
If even 10%.
But I think I could push it to, some boxing gyms and stuff like. I know some guys that even used to like train, like Ron Lipton, who's like Ron Lipton, he used to be like a sparring partner with Muhammad Ali, and then he became a coach, and then he became a professional ref in boxing. He's retired now. God, he's got to be retired a long time. But I mean, guys like that, these are like guys with really good stories, man.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to take a crack at it. I know some guys like to talk about their history in that game. So.
Well, the nice thing is that your garage will be going in soon.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
when.
like, when? I don't know what goes on, dude. I just know trucks roll up. I have a panic attack. I get my truck. I go ride my skateboard. I come home.
Yeah.
And they're gone.
Jenny's the project manager on
Pretty much. Yeah, no, she is actually. I'm the assistant project manager. What I do is they ask me. I call Jenny. I ask her. She tells me. I tell them.
Just a middleman.
That's all I am. I'm just this guy in the middle. Stuck in the middle.
You have no responsibility, and you take no responsibility.
Exactly.
That's a great place to be.
It is, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not.
So yeah, I'll check with the project manager if we know when the garage is coming.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like how this comes. Like, is it like 10-foot sections?
Well,
It's got fucking doors.
From
and
what I
windows.
understand, it's 2-inch sections.
Oh, so just
Yeah,
and they get weld it, stick weld it.
they tape it.
Oh, they just gorilla tape it.
Little Gorilla Tape.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. I have no idea how it's. I mean, we know that it meets Northeast Pennsylvania requirements, and we know
Right,
how
which
it's
was very
anchored to the
strict.
ground. Well, actually, it's funny you should say that. The wind rating in Pennsylvania is like the lowest in the country.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised, especially in Lords Valley. We have a constant wind in Lords Valley.
Yeah, buildings have to be rated at 115 mile an hour winds here.
Okay. That's
It's a robust wind, if you don't mind me saying so.
fucking wind like that, man. You better fucking be in a basement somewhere. Right? Go get in your crawl space.
Yeah. Could you imagine the winds that were going on down in Florida? Holy
No,
crap.
I didn't even want to think about those poor people, man, what they went through. It's fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What are you gonna do? Natural disasters are gonna happen no matter where you go. You just gotta pick your poison. Hurricane,
Gotta pick your
earthquakes, or
place.
fucking,
Boredom in the snow.
yeah, snowstorms. What's it gonna be? I don't know. The earthquakes. I don't think I could deal with that shit again. I hope I never even feel a tremor again in my fucking life. I don't like the fucking world shaking.
That's an uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, right.
The ground's shifting below your feet.
Yeah. What did Jay say? Once we get the building permit, I can send a copy to the garage place and they'll schedule an installation date. Hey.
It's coming. I'll have to contact the township and tell them
Wow. I can't wait. The kids.
chop chop.
It's great. This is good
Well,
stuff.
you said you can't wait for how's the mobile gym going in that white van that you bought?
Oh, the one that says free candy on the side?
Yes.
And stickers?
Yeah. Which is a bad thing. You want these kids to be athletic. You don't want to be giving them candy.
It's going pretty good. It's going
Excellent.
pretty good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No,
They
it's
usually
going to
show
be.
up once or twice. They
Yeah.
don't come back, but whatever,
Boxing's not cut out for everybody.
All I can say, I tell it, all lies.
Yeah. Lying to the judge.
They're all lies.
It's going to be fun. And then we're gonna run
Yeah, so we're gonna
power
run some
to
electric
it. It's
power
going
to
to
it.
be network cables, and
I'd also like to hopefully by the end of this winter or whenever get a wood burning stove in there. I think that would be great to have just
Nice.
to what's the sense? I heat my house with the wood. No reason why I couldn't heat the garage.
yeah. And if you leave the door open on the stove but sealed up the garage nice and tight,
Mm-hmm.
it'll get nice and warm in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Get toasty in there.
think it'd be so nice to have that in there. But yeah, I'm thinking about building the ring, the like a ring that the gym is that's based around like the center of the ring, so you're constantly in. the
I'd put
ring.
the stove in the middle of the ring.
I thought about that, and then just laying the exhaust pipe, just laying it flat on the canvas so it heats up nice.
I think that's a great idea.
Get that nice char line, if
Yeah.
you will.
And teach your students, different types of footwork.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna have to jump over that.
Hey, Longboard, what's up, dude?
Oh, has Longboard come to see us struggle? Speaking of struggle, you had some kind of costume malfunction on the way here.
Oh, come on, man. One of the things that I take pride in is going to the stores, like secondhand stores, and buying clothing, right? Because I could buy like a nice shirt that is very inexpensive, and then if I like crash on my skateboard or something and ruin it, or if I ruin it outside working, it doesn't matter. Even though it was like a Calvin Klein shirt, I paid $10 for it. I give a fuck.
Right.
So I got this fucking leather jacket, I think 2 years ago now, for $10, man.
Nice deal.
And the zipper was always a little fucking shungad. All right, it had issues. the zipper. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So
So you went into this relationship.
I
eyes
went
wide
into this
open.
knowing that there was issues, but I was willing to look the other way. Right?
You could, you know what? Sometimes you think you can change a zipper or a jacket,
right?
a garment,
A
if you
garment,
will.
yeah. So
The jacket.
it's a jacket. So I, again, the day I brought it home, what I did was because the you know the little lever on the zipper that you pull
Yeah.
that was missing. So I took a key ring.
Did you get a discount on the jacket because it was
Uh-huh.
missing?
No, I think I think it was already discounted at $10. I have it. I'm gonna show the.
Please
Let
do.
me show the audience. Show on top. So I thought that this
That's a lovely garment
would
right
be
there.
great for $10, right? To ride for when I'm riding my motorcycle. You know. Now again, it's a good leather jacket, right? But I'm buying it for the purposes of crashing in it. So why buy a brand new one when I could buy a used one that's never been crashed in for $10, right?
Yeah, I see the logic in
So that's what I did. But now tonight, eventually, you know, all good things come to an end. The fucking zipper shit the bed right there. See it?
Mm-hmm.
And that
But-
was it.
But I
$10
thought this,
down the fucking tube for 2 years. $5
I
a
thought
year
this
that
was
cost me.
your expendable jacket, though.
I don't know what I'm gonna
What-
do. If my grandmother was alive, she would have replaced the zipper by the time I left the house.
I bet we can. I bet we can find somebody around here that replaces zippers.
I don't know.
I mean, they're probably in their 90s and blind, but
Right? I mean, who does that anymore?
well,
Yeah,
you
what am I
know,
gonna fucking
it's
do? I gotta go
interesting.
get another one.
interesting. We happen to know somebody in the zipper business.
Oh, we do.
Yes,
Oh, what a segue!
don't you think?
Beautiful job. That was. Can I just say, butter. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Talk about what?
The Zipper Junction.
Yes, we have a friend in the zipper business, Jim Zupponi. I'm gonna try to browbeat him into coming as a guest on the show.
Okay.
And once again, we'll be doing the Zipper Junction holiday toy drive.
Yeah, I think that'll be awesome, dude.
We'll have boxes in Hemlock, up and down 739,
Okay. Very good.
and all over the place, all over Pike County. In fact, when I was at Livy's school,
Mm-hmm.
there was a box there
Really?
already.
I didn't even notice. Now, when I see those boxes, that means I could take those toys, bring them home,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and if
give
you
them to
want-
my kids.
Right. And if you write in a request, we'll deliver wrapping paper to your house.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah. It's a we like this an honor distribution, we call it.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a nice honest system.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It works out well.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It's fun. It's great how much I fill up the room next to us.
Well, what's crazy is yeah, the amount of trips that you make with your truck. It's like, I wonder if we could kind of, I mean, would you be interested in some sort of trailer? Like a, you know, what if we could, you got a trailer?
Just so happens I do.
You got a trailer?
I do. What are we doing again?
Make a thing. Make a,
A toy trailer?
toy trailer so that when you go out, you make less trips. You make one big trip. Throw everything
Can
in
I
the
just
trailer.
dump them loose in the trailer, you think?
I would just fly down 84 as fast as I could. See
Might
what
lose
blows out.
Might lose a bunny or something,
That's
but
all right. But yeah, I mean, you make a lot of trips. You do a lot of running. Now, is there other people like you that are out there?
there's nobody like me.
Is there other people that assist? Like when it comes to going around picking up gifts.
our friend Jesse he's very
Oh,
big
that's
into
right,
it.
Jesse. Yeah.
But yeah, no, and that's just like, and then there's one or two other people in this area, like
Mhm.
this Hemlock vicinity. But
Right.
there's tons of they got quite a bit of volunteers.
Wow. Yeah, it's a big job, man. And then to set up the store, the way they set the store up, I was lucky enough to take the tour. It was nice of those guys to let me and my family in there to see. And
It's so embarrassing when they first get on the way out.
yeah, I just, and I wouldn't have been embarrassed when they frisked me. It's just that they caught me with some shit.
Well, that's the thing. You had,
like,
you had the fucking antenna of that radio controlled car was sticking out your shirt collar.
and I'm like, I tried telling them too. I brought this with me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they said, "Oh, you brought this erection with you too?"
And I was like, no, that's your fault.
Yeah, that's from the pat
Keep
down.
risking me.
Yeah, so we put a lot of boxes around, and last year I thought we did great. I mean, Hemlock did great, but they were down overall.
Really?
Yeah, I think
know-
the number was about 20%.
Really? I wonder what that has to do with. Was it another toy drive company? Was it economy? I wonder what it
think
was.
it's a combination of
Lack
things.
of advertising.
I mean, I know that the radio stations and stuff advertise it a lot. They push it a lot, and
Okay.
and Jim does the rounds, different radio stations and stuff, and BRC. I think he goes on Channel 13.
Good night, homie.
Hope you feel better, Eric, and don't take advice from Linda. Fuck Vicks. Vicks is garbage. It's the worst thing ever made.
Vicks is.
Oh,
Take
here
your
we
Vicks
go.
and throw it in the garbage. My wife's the same with that Vicks shit. Let me rub some Vicks.
Fuck
Last thing
outta
I
here
need when
with
I
that
feel like shit is some sticky fucking paste on me.
Yeah, exactly. Slather me with fucking grease that makes my eyes tear.
Right, and yeah. And not only is it sticky grease, right? It sets my fucking skin on fire. Yeah, I
Oh,
need
yeah.
this shit right now.
Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good that it feels like somebody chewed fucking 3 packs of spearmint and then
Oh.
spit on your chest?
Look who chimes in, Jane.
Yeah, of course. Vicks is the best. Yeah. My parents used to have to fucking chase me. I'd be hiding under the table before
Oh.
they put Vicks on my chest.
Eric's-
You know how hard it is when you're 40 to dive under a fucking table?
Right. Eric grew up with it on his feet. Jenny too.
I could put it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
A shot
What the
of
fuck you
Patron.
yeah, can't you just put petroleum jelly on your feet instead of Vicks? Vicks is petroleum jelly with what?
With
fucking-
battery acid in
Yeah,
it.
capsation. So,
Linda cures all. The fuck out of here with that shit.
you know what? This is that old school from a different place in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. How about maybe we'll get a little castor oil while we're at it too?
It's 1952 in both Puerto Rico and Minnesota,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're
Oh,
all
yeah.
stuck in the same fucking time zone over there.
Oh my god! Thank God. Does Vicks cure consumption in your time?
That's,
in-
yeah, everything. Look at Jenny. Yes, on the bottom of your feet, and then socks.
Well, what does that do?
Yeah, what
That
does it do?
petroleum jelly doesn't do.
You know what it does? I'm glad she puts socks on after she puts that shit on her feet, because this way she rubs her feet on me at night or on my blankets. I don't get that shit on me. You know what I mean?
But some of it's got to squeeze through the fucking.
Oh, like
the
a
mesh.
cheesecloth.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You pull the socks on. Well, I guess if you don't pull the socks on tight, it doesn't squeeze through like.
Yeah, Eric, he's starting to cook with it. Garlic and onions with fucking Vicks.
Vicks garlic and red onion in plastic bag and socks.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
this does
souvein
what?
it.
Does this what? What is it curing? My fucking feet. I don't have fucking dead people feet. I don't need 8 layers of skin fucking sloughing off.
Ugh. You wake up the next morning, your feet are probably all white and pasty and shit. What the fuck? Who wants to deal with that? What do you scrape it off with a fucking popsicle stick? I mean, how do you get that shit off your feet?
You don't. You slide around for 3-4 days until it naturally wears
right?
off.
Yeah. How do you fucking function with that shit on your feet?
Oh yeah, and it creates like a. If you put enough
Uh.
on, you put your shoe on, it creates like a suction. You can't get your fucking
Yeah.
foot out anymore.
Everything that pulls the cold out through your feet. Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
Why don't you light some,
You know how I-
some heat up
y-
some
yeah.
glass too, and stick it to your fucking. You know how they do that shit in
Cupping.
India? Cupping, yeah. Do some cupping while you're at it.
Yeah. I it pulls the cold out through your feet. You know, I
Hey,
find
Travis.
that wearing dead chickens like slippers does the same thing. It pulls
Oh.
the cold out through your feet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's the onion.
I don't know, man. It's the old school.
It's all that old school shit.
belief systems in stuff.
You know how many times the nurses had to yell at Linda when I was in the hospital because she was dancing around my room with a dead rooster?
No, oh yeah, that's that Puerto Rican stuff,
Yeah.
or as they say in China, Puerto Rican.
Yes. Yes. So some racism going on.
Where?
Who else? Lopez.
Oh, called us Goombas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's
respect.
hateful towards us because it's, it's low key Italian month. It's like it's Italianish month.
Yeah, sort of.
It's Italian heritage ish month.
Sort of, kind of.
I saw at my daughter's school. I didn't see anything for Italian Heritage Month on her menu. I thought it was interesting.
Like food menu?
Yeah, but they had. I mean, and nothing against Spanish food, but it said Spanish Recognition Day or some shit on her fucking school lunch calendar, and I was like, "Oh, that's neat." Are they serving anything Italian this month for what they used to be called Italian Heritage Month?
Maybe some school cafeteria pizza?
I don't feel so upset about the whole month thing. I don't think we require a month.
No, I don't really. No.
I don't.
not at
I
all.
don't think anybody does.
I'm if I represent anything, I'd say I abdicate my interest in that month.
All right. I would say I would say a day. A day is good. I'll take a day for us to like sit back and just be like, okay, we did some cool shit. Our ancestors did some good shit.
Yeah.
and Let's
All right.
move on. We're
Lay
Americans,
bricks. Yeah. Back to laying bricks.
right?
Linda, some more racism. Threw some more racism in the room.
The kids all hang a red pepper from the.
You red peppers in the truck.
This one here is I got this one is stainless steel. I got
Okay.
this on purpose because stainless steel. I worked with
Kill
stainless steel.
vampires.
I worked with stainless for 20 years. I made a living at it. It bought me many things, so I have a special connection to stainless. So that's why I wear this. It's
Okay.
stainless. And my wedding ring, which I can't wear because of my arthritis, is made of
It's
tungsten.
a likely story.
Yeah, that's what I go with. It's made of tungsten, which we use to weld stainless. So that brought Jenny and I together.
It's like an homage.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an homage where you take the welding, and the tungsten and the stainless, and you take two pieces of steel, you make them as one. Bing, bang, boom. Stainless steel, tungsten, married to Jenny. Done. Does this make sense?
If you say it slower, you've got fucking anniversary cards covered for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and somehow it makes sense to
Story.
my therapist.
Makes sense.
Right?
I'm surprised you look past the whole obsession with Vicks thing.
Oh, please. The first time I think I remember getting sick around Jenny. She was like, I'll put Vicks on your feet. I'm like, the fuck you will. I'm like, nope. No. Thank you.
I mean, I don't want it anywhere on me.
I don't want it anywhere on
But
me
I
either.
feel like at least on the feet, it's not quite as gross as on the chest.
What? It's like
We should do the Vicks feet challenge.
I couldn't do it. I lose. You win. What I owe you? $5? What is that? I'm fucking done, man. No way.
I mean, I was gonna put 1,000.
I have a well, as we know, I got some issues.
No.
I got a thing about being sticky. I cannot be sticky, dude. I will freak the fuck out, man. And one of my favorite things to eat is honey, but If I get honey on my fingers, I'm at the sink. I gotta have hot blasting water,
Okay.
and just that shit's gotta get off of me. Can't be sticky.
Okay. There's nothing strange about that autism.
Is that what it is?
I'm not
As a sensory overload.
yes. Your entire life is a sensory overload though. So I don't think
I've learned that as well.
Yeah, I don't think we could blame
I've learned
the
that.
fact that you're autistic on that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think. I don't. I know. Like for a fact, I have ADHD and PTSD. But I don't know autism. I don't know. Could be. Could be.
Or put that shit under your fucking nose. Oh. So
Tuna fish juice.
tuna fish juice. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what you squeeze out of your fucking socks the next morning when you put fucking Vicks on.
Yeah, with onions and celery.
Oh my, yeah, with Eric's delicious. Let me think twice about that soup, Eric.
Yeah, throw some Dukes on there too.
Oh, good God.
And then I'm not sure what comes. So the cold comes out through your feet.
According to Eric, it does. Jenny too. She swears to God. Yeah, the Vicks draws it out. What's it drawing out? What's it drawing out? My fucking skin's on fire. It's drawing the moisture out of it.
Sure. Yeah, it's drawing out a good fucking tantrum when it comes to it. In my case, Linda says that getting tuna fish juice on her fingers is very gross. Yeah, I kind of get that. Because I like the tuna in oil. Linda makes fun of me, but that's what I like.
I do too.
I squeeze it very gingerly, so I don't get it on my precious hands.
Oh yeah, you don't want that on you.
No, it's tuna fish juice.
I mean, I love tuna fish though, man.
So, with all due respect to Jenny and
how she is.
No, I don't know why I'm drawing such. Oh, I know exactly why I'm drawing such a blank on so many different things. And Eric, I would consider that to be a bit of an old wives' tale. Although putting a Vicks on your feet for sucking a cold out.
Yeah.
So, are there any? Works for when they find rotted flesh too. That's if you watch SVU, you'll see once in a while they put it under their nose. That makes sense, at least.
You know, that makes sense. Yeah, that's something they used to do even back in the days of like days of Jack the Ripper. Who was that guy that investigator? He was a famous investigator from England.
Yeah,
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, not John Holmes. I was going to say John Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
He was gainfully employed too, John Holmes.
Certainly was.
Yes.
Quite the inspector he was as well.
Yes.
But yeah, they used to use different smelling salts and stuff like that to deal with the stink of the dead bodies and everything like that. Yeah.
It's unpleasant.
I smelled dead bodies. Did I tell you this?
No.
Okay. I was
Inspector Clouseau. That's what I was thinking too. I knew it was
Inspector
wrong.
Clouseau, him too. But I was at this serial killer
convention meeting.
The hell was I'm drawing a blank now. His
support group.
A couple of my friends know him too. The fuck was his name?
Son of Sam.
Nah. It was rare because he was a black guy, which is rare for serial killers. And he was in Poughkeepsie. Anyway, they busted him, and they were taking the bodies out of the house. And I was in the area at the time, so I thought I'd go check it out because there was all the cameras were there, and like all these DNA people with fucking the white getup suits on and shit, the hoods on and shit. So they're taking all these bodies out of
White
the house.
suits and hoods.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm liking this story.
So then they're taking the bodies out of the house. You could they started moving things around, you could smell the dead bodies all the way out in the street. I never forgot that.
It's a smell you don't soon forget.
Yeah, and I smelt it. I always remembered that. fuck was his name now? I don't know why I can't remember his name.
I'm surprised.
life of me now.
I'm surprised Linda hasn't looked it up by now.
Poughkeepsie, serial killer.
Black.
Yeah. That guy.
Unusual.
Very unusual for a serial killer.
So what other Kendall?
Kendall Francois. Kendall Francois. That was his name. Yes. Thank you. The Poughkeepsie murders. It was a documentary. Oh, yeah, they probably did some documentaries on him.
And
but
trust me, if anybody's gonna know about that,
yeah.
it's gonna be Lopez.
I would love to see them do a like a TL, not a TLC, you know, like the
Yeah.
the shit these women watch, that stuff. Like make a movie about him. Be interesting. Just because he was like a great chess player. He was, I think he was in the military. You know, he had like a pretty interesting life. He wasn't just some, I don't know. It was just such a strange story.
Was he French?
He may have been.
Or else trying to palm him off on the French.
Francois. You know, I don't know. He may have been French. He may have been Haitian. I know a lot of Haitian people have like a French kind of name to them, like my friend Stanley Bellany, who still doesn't answer me back.
It's like going on 6 months now?
Yeah. You know, I'm a little tempted to call him out and just start calling him Stanley Baloney like we used to, you know.
Jenny suggests that you're talking about a Lifetime
Yeah,
movie.
like a Lifetime movie. What did I say? TLC, you know what I mean? Like a Lifetime movie.
Close
That would
enough.
be nice. Just when I think my wife's not watching, she chimes
She's
in.
always watching.
Mm-hmm.
So what other things would you say that you either know of or subscribe to that are pretty much wives' tales?
Uh,
Or your family used to do. My grandmother used to cut the ends off a cucumber and then rub it up and down again.
sorry, say that again slowly.
Yeah, I just realized
Rub up and down what?
the cucumber and said it was supposed to take the bitterness out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man.
You sprinkle salt around your house.
I still do that. I you know what? Here's the thing about me sprinkling salt around the house. I do it because what if it's real?
Oh, I get that.
Right? So do I really believe in it? I don't know if I believe in it so much as if I'm just really scared that what if it is real? Because my grandmother was usually right.
She's going with the odds.
So, yeah.
Or at least
I'm not chancing
the odds
it.
that you're what you think of.
So yeah, I sprinkle. Jenny will occasionally bring me home like a nice tub of salt, and I'll go sprinkle it around the perimeter of the property. Usually, like,
How does Jenny know to bring you home a tub of salt? Like, is she just go to the store and think to herself, how am I going to appease this fucking lunatic this week? How do I keep this fucking crazy guy off my fucking back for another couple of days?
so yeah, go sprinkle your fucking salt.
Yeah. Here's 5 pounds of salt. Happy Valentine's Day.
And go get your shine box.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And now, come on, I'll throw out all your red fucking zip ties.
You know, yeah. You know, it's funny. I used to give all my red zip ties to our friend. That's not our friend anymore. Yeah.
And his
Anyway.
life has gone downhill since.
How about that? Who's laughing now about those zip ties?
Yeah. And Lord knows he never passed up anything for free.
Oh God, help me. What kind of salt is any kind of salt is that? My wife usually buys the what's the one with the little kid with the what'd you say? Morton. Yeah, we go with the Mortons. You know, and I just open it and I just sprinkle it around. I think about my grandma and I sprinkle it around the property, around the perimeter. And then we see, you know, I think it works. You know, I don't think luckily, I don't think anybody bad comes to my home or anything like that. Or, you know, look at, I got all these nice things happening
Yeah.
at the house. So maybe it's, you know, it works. You know.
Could be. There's no like anything you do with food or because you're the
I mean, I know we
craziest person I know.
I know
so-
we used to like. I mean, I mean, I could tell you what I do with food, but I might get arrested. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well,
But-
we'll fix it in post.
You know what do you remember doing like take a spoon and you would tie it to a string to see if it was going to be a boy or a girl? Do you remember doing that?
Do I look like I was raised by an African tribe?
Oh, okay, so so yeah, my grandmother used to do a thing where so if you were pregnant, she would have you lay down on the couch and she would have a spoon, and if I don't quote me on the direction, I don't want to, but 20 million.
You don't want to be
viewers,
responsible for.
they're like, it's the other way around. Fuck you.
Honey, leave Planned Parenthood. The spoon says it's gonna be a boy.
So the spoon, if it went, let's say if it went back and forth, like in one direction only, it was a boy, and if it went in a circle, it was going to be a girl.
Okay.
You don't you never did that?
Thank God.
We were doing that
Yeah.
all the way in the 80s and maybe even into the 90s.
Now, do you think grandma ever put a little English on that because to go along with what she was hoping for?
exactly. And this is where I wanted to go with that one. It's like, the slightest little, yeah.
And grandmothers aren't really known for having rock steady hands.
Right, exactly that too. So, I mean, she had a lot of arthritis. She was a seamstress when she was younger.
Yeah. So a lot of arthritis. What if her sugar was low? They would think they were having twins, one of each.
Right? It's just all over the fucking place with it. And what I asked the other thing, I don't know, remember what the twin thing. Yeah, we used to do all kinds of weird shit like that.
You should have definitely kept up with her record, though. Was she 2-0?
I never.
0-for-5.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I was a kid, but I remember doing things like that. Trying to think what else she would do. She was just really into. She was very superstitious. We kind of grew up that way, in a very superstitious type way. Can't walk under a ladder.
So yeah, that's why. So you have a laundry list of superstitions.
Oh yeah, I'm bad, man. You gotta sometimes if you cross a certain thing that you're not supposed to, maybe I make you walk backwards through it. Kind of, it's just bad.
So you kind of
Anybody that ever worked with me could tell you, man, like how bad I was with superstition. Like I would make guys walk back underneath the ladder and I would make, I don't know why I would make them say cheese and rice, but it was because I wanted them to say Jesus Christ, because maybe then God was hearing them and then it would reverse the curse from them walking under the ladder. But I didn't want them to curse, so I would say cheese and rice.
Okay. Alrighty.
This is no shit. Ask anybody that ever worked with me.
Shoes on the table.
Oh, forget it. Shoes on the table.
How about umbrellas in the house?
No, you don't open an umbrella in the house. There's a million of them, man.
So now you have a black cat.
I do have a black cat, but my grandmother always said, "You're a Vaccarino, and you don't cross the path of a black cat. The black cat crossed the path of a Vaccarino."
Okay.
And that's what she would say. So I always say, if that motherfucker crossed my path, I'm going to kick him in his face.
So well, that explains.
That's why Little Bear doesn't come near me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say she never crosses your path since I know you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know that I have any superstitions like that.
Oh, I'm so bad with that stuff. I've gotten better as I got older, I think.
I laugh to myself every time I walk under a ladder.
Oh,
Like I'm cognizant of it.
you think about it, and you still do it anyway?
Oh yeah, I'd probably do it on purpose.
I never.
So as far as the whole overall cursing goes, I'm basically all your carefulness I'm canceling out. I jump on cracks on the sidewalk.
Oh, I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, that stuff too.
Yeah.
I won't do.
I'll take a black cat by the tail, swing it across in front of me.
As you walk.
As I walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I not only do I put my shoes on the table, I jump on the table with the shoes on and I take them off, and leave them on the table, and then
Do a quick dance.
do a quick dance.
Wearing one shoe. Yeah, that I never heard of. My dad would wear one shoe occasionally when he would fucking throw the other one at me. You know? Did you ever get hit with a shoe? Did
I
your
don't-
parents beat the shit out of you or no? My dad used to beat the fuck out of us. Just a regular American beat down or like
My
next
father,
level?
never hit us.
No.
Probably because he would have probably killed us.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, my mother, the American, pretty good,
Yeah, just
pretty
whatever,
standard
right.
American fare.
Yeah, just
You
a
know,
nice
She had
spanking.
she had tools,
Yeah.
soup spoon.
Yeah, like get the hell in here. It was nothing too brutal, I'm sure. You know, I'm sure at the time it felt like the end of the world, maybe.
Oh,
It was pretty brutal.
breast knuckles don't tickle when you're a kid.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're right. Right? Oh God.
Yeah, besides
Leather
a
belt, yeah.
spoon, I don't believe I ever got hit with an implement. I don't think I ever got hit with a belt or anything.
You never
like
got
that.
hit with the belt. My dad used to do the same thing, Susie.
Oh, you snap it.
Snap the belt. Fucking bam, man. Oof, that shit stung. It would sting. Very stingy. the
Especially if
belt.
you really fucked up and they shoot the buckle at you.
The buckle was where you told your dad to go fuck himself or something. If you wore one shoe, it would kill your parents. Oh, that's all I needed to.
Wow, that could have saved the Menendez
Could've
brothers
saved
a
me
lot of trouble.
beat downs there, long boy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Could have held them off like that. I'll take this fucking shoe off.
Yeah, the belt. You were fucked, man, when the belt came off. Whew. Good beatdowns. Good times.
My father used to sit in his chair and read, and we knew I got to the limit, the fuck up limit.
When he got up.
Didn't even have to. When the book went down and the hands went on the arms of the chair,
Oh, man.
and then everything came to a halt.
That was it, huh?
It was the fear of the unknown.
My mother.
When
was
is this
so-
fucking clown gonna pop off for real?
That's it. I have my moments too, where I just pop the fuck off. I just can't take it no more sometimes.
But you're not physical.
No, I've never. No, you know, I've never felt the need to do that. You know,
That's
like I've
interesting.
wanted.
I've-
Don't get me wrong. I've wanted to crack my fucking kids here and there, but you know, like they're kids. They're gonna do shit wrong sometimes. You know, but I've never felt that like never outweighed it. And nothing they've done have made me say like, all right, I'm gonna fucking put my hands on you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you know, I'm not against a good swap. You know, in the ass of a kid really fucking. I don't have kids, so I'm not gonna be ever hitting them unless
I've come
I pay
close,
extra.
man. You know, like, you know, I want to fucking right now. I'd like to, you know, but and I have girls too, so it's like, what? Yeah, and I think quite possibly, if I had boys, it may be a very different outcome for them. Like, you know, I go to yell at a young girl, a little girl, like, you know, you're like, you feel bad.
Yeah.
Before you even get to open your fucking mouth, you're already feeling bad because
you
they're
get
crying.
in the face and the whole 9 yards.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on, man. Yeah. Whereas if it's a boy, I might be like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking crack you. You're old enough. Fuck you.
Oh,
I'm
whip
gonna-
your fucking
Yeah,
ass.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Put these
you're
boxing gloves
16.
on. We're gonna go in the fucking ring.
Yeah, that too. You know, I'd probably just take them out in the shed and lace them up and then fucking send them back inside. Maybe. I think that's what I do. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a father of boys, men. You
No.
know, males. I'm lucky. I got the girls. That's it. You know, they yell. I yell at them. They yell at me. Whatever.
Whatever.
You know, it's just a bunch of yelling. Good night, Jenny.
This is where she pretends to.
Yeah, this is where she pretends to go to bed, but then
But
her
one of you,
Facebook still says active.
yeah, and also keeps us at the 300 viewers.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. Fucking I'm looking forward to what'd she say? Oh.
We're number one.
She always thinks everybody thinks we're number one lately, and I appreciate that.
And I like the fact that they always include Fred.
I do too. Oh, and there's one goes, the other one goes.
Well, she's telling Jenny goodnight. I don't know if she's saying goodnight to us yet. But how could she leave this fucking riveting horse shit?
Well, hey man.
I honestly have been trying to think of a superstition that I have.
You
I
don't
guess
have
I have one
anything where you're like,
superstition.
maybe I shouldn't do that.
I won't throw out money.
Okay.
And I won't not like if I drop money, I won't not make an effort to recover it. And it has nothing to do with its value. It has to do in my brain that if I devalue it as something so unimportant, that I'm so well to do that I drop a quarter on the floor and I don't feel like bending over for it, then someday I might wish I had that quarter because that'd be the only fucking quarter I had.
It's very possible. The
So
energy of the
particularly with my gambling problem.
Well,
Linda
that's what I
just
wanted
went-
to talk to you about.
Linda went to bed, right?
Yeah, see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm out too. Good night, Goombas. This freaking one over here
Wow.
with all these racist remarks.
They don't think enough of us to at least leave their phone on and put the fucking volume down.
No, because
We
they're
lost-
not watching.
we
They're
lo-
still using their phones. You
No,
see?
we lost numbers.
But they're not watching. They're on Facebook, but they're not watching. They're just, clicking on like on shit and on and on and on, doing whatever it is that they do.
So I've not had any real like sugar. I'm trying to not have carbs.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I haven't had, although I did buy some sugar-free cookies today.
How are they? Any good?
Very good.
You sent me a YouTube
Did you
video?
watch the YouTube video I sent because I missed it? I don't. Yeah, resend it. We'll have to see.
Resend it. I don't think I got it. I don't remember getting anything from him. I don't know. I'll have to look. I'm sorry. You were saying now?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay, good.
It just ran out of my skull.
It drizzled out.
Yes.
If you
Oh. Yeah. So I haven't had any desserts, any sweets, stuff like that. Well, I've discovered that it's really fucking dangerous to make the edibles, the THC edibles,
Yeah.
taste so fucking good.
Oh yeah, dude. Who'd you get burned by, Dave?
No, the stuff that we bought at the place.
Yeah.
Um,
What did you get? Gummies or
Yeah.
Oh, they're just delicious.
one's
gummies.
watermelon, one's grape, and one's I don't know something else, but they're all fucking good.
Interesting.
So I'm laying there dying for something sweet,
Yeah.
knowing that those delicious gummies are there.
You're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
What did you let it melt in your mouth? Why don't you go get yourself some chocolate? You can't have chocolate.
Probably very
Like
dark.
a dark.
chocolate.
Like, that's what I have. I have
Yeah.
the Dove dark chocolates, or I have the Hershey's Kisses.
I have to
Got
take a
bucket
look
of
at the numbers on that.
because that's what I have every day, man. Sometimes I'll have 4 pieces of chocolate a day. Sometimes.
You really just like to go to hell with yourself.
Yeah, or like sometimes what I'll do is I'll save up for the night, and then I'll have 2 pieces at night while I'm just laying in bed. I'll melt.
Just living on high on the hog.
Yeah, I think I might have told you. I sometimes I'll fall asleep and I'll fucking drool. The chocolate will fucking run out. I get chocolate all over my fucking pillowcase and shit. Jenny is very pleased with me. when that
I would
happens.
imagine so.
Oh, you ever fall asleep with like delicious chocolate?
No,
It's a great way to fall asleep.
I can imagine it must be quite the turn on for your
You're like-
wife.
And then you're out, and then it's just like as
And now you're laying in
sleeping,
it face first.
You're tasting chocolate at the same time while you're sleeping. It's great. Does their sugar-free cookies taste like them Sandy's gluten-free shit?
No, unfortunately, they don't. They're actually really good.
It's a very good description.
Sugar-free cookies still have carbs and calories, so got to be
Just-
careful.
It's such a different way of looking at carbs and shit when you have the diabetes and stuff like that. It's very different.
Yeah.
how, I don't know. It's like relearning it almost, those things, because they affect you a little bit more differently than everybody else, I think.
Yeah, and then you also got to break the addiction. That's the biggest problem.
Fuck yeah, man. Some good shit.
Yeah, especially with the medicine that we take.
Oh, I know. That's the thing, man. You gotta have. Well, and I say again, I don't know. I don't know about with diabetes and shit. Like for me, I have pineapple, sliced pineapple. I got honey. Oh, I have all these really sweet and good like fruits and shit that I enjoy around, so that when I do get the munchies,
Yeah.
dude, man, you ever have pineapple, man? When you got the munchies,
Oh yeah, I love pineapple.
it'll fucking smoke like a pack of nerds or a fucking. It's good shit. And at the same time, you're hydrating yourself. So it's like, that's a good thing about eating fruit. Like you get nutrition from it and you hydrate yourself at the same time. If you're not drinking, enough water during the day. But yeah. that's what I
Yes,
try
of
to do.
course. Or the pineapple's always upside down.
Absolutely.
So, all
Absolutely.
right, bud. To end a little early tonight.
Okay.
I think we blew our wad.
Longboard, thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks for sticking with us, unlike those other traders.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Later.